Hello everybody, welcome to another video tutorial. This one's on how to make a clay alien out of clay, newspaper, and tin foil. Folks, please don't do this. Go ahead and buy a block of clay for 10 20 bucks. What I'm doing here is because I can't even afford to go to the dentist, I can't afford a block of clay. So I'm using old recycled clay that I got off of some movies that I worked on, and I'm having my niece and nephews pretty much grind up the clay and get it almost to where it's like a powder substance, using a strainer and hammers and whatnot, and adding water to it, mixing the compounds. They love playing and stuff like this, and if they didn't do it, I would have. So luckily they did it, so I got to do some cool camera work with them doing this. But anyways, you get that going. What you're going to need is some tin foil and some newspaper. What you want to do, what I'm doing here, is take the newspaper, ball it up. Not too much, just enough. You don't want to ball it up too tight or too loose, just where it's enough. As you can see right there, it's kind of big. Take the tin foil. Once you wrap that tin foil around that newspaper, you can squeeze it and shape it into darn near any shape you like. And on the newspaper, you're going to be able to give it its shape, just like I'm doing right here. Now you can see what I'm doing here. I'm taking the tin foil and I'm wrapping it around. I'm actually shaping it. I left the bottom part. I'm giving it a neck. So that's our alien neck and that's our alien head. What I went ahead and did is I did the whole upper torso, which you don't need to do if you're just making the head, but I just did that for safety precautions. Then you apply probably about ½ an inch of clay to the entire surface of that. You, regardless if it's new clay or old clay, you will want to get some water and damp it down. As you could see what I'm doing here, there's no water applied, but you could see how you could kind of work with it and play with it. And once you get water in there, you could really work with it a lot better. So I missed this step right here, which is just me giving the shape of the face. I just started with the eyebrows and then hit the eyes and gave it a little bump for the nose. What I'm doing right now is I'm using a heating gun because I applied moisture to it, some water to dampen the clay so I could give it a shape and work with it better. I'm just drying it out with a heat gun instead of a blow dryer. Use a heat gun. What you should actually do with the clay, when you get it to the shape you want, if you want it to last long, you want to bake it in an oven. I'm not sure, I don't remember what temperatures to do that at. You could Google it. When you use a heating gun, the problem that you're going to have is the clay is going to crack when it dries. So you do want to cure it if you want it to last longer than 2 hours. I mean, this thing started to crack before I even painting it, but that was okay because it was for a movie and it literally blew up 2 hours later on set. So this is kind of cool right here. You go ahead, give it a coat of spray paint, use whatever color you want. I mean, I use gray spray paint because it's a little gray alien. And this is why I say use a heating gun and not a blow dryer, because you're going to need that hot temperature. Once you apply the spray paint, you can actually go ahead and heat it up with the heating gun and to the point where it actually boils the paint and causes the paint to actually boil dry and kind of bubble, and it gives it a texture to it. Take some black model airplane paint, testers, gloss, and works pretty good. It's like $1.25 or what have you. It's pretty cheap and works really good. Go ahead, paint in the eyes, 2 little dots for the nose on that little bump there, and a little slit for the mouth. And that's pretty much your alien. And now what everybody seems to want, and it is coming, is the helmet. It is coming soon, but it's going to be coming with a full DVD of the entire costume, from knee pads to gauntlets to backplate to jetpack. You name it, it will have it in there. It's going to be so long for the armor that I'm going to have to push it off on DVDs because it's like 3 hours right there. Somebody on here was saying you could probably make a rocket out of cardboard. Well, here it is. This is an organist phosphorus cholinesterase inhibitor. It's a mixture of GB serum and VX poison gas, which isn't real, of course. The entire thing's made out of cardboard. The inner tubes are basically empty shampoo bottles filled up with water with some food coloring to give it that chemical look that you would see in a real biological weapon. So yeah, the next video tutorial I'll be doing is this right here, how to make this lightsaber out of plastic, and I'll be starting to get into some plastic VTs. So that's coming. The next video tutorial will be up very soon, and thanks for watching. Bye.